Some animals are too curious and adventurous for their own good. Their curiosity often leads them to dangerous situations, and humans have to step in to save them. Today, we're going to show you 25 of the most wholesome animal rescues out there. Grab your tissues, because you might need them for this one. Upon hearing the cries of his puppy, this man rushed to lend a helping hand. He literally used his bare hands to snatch the puppy from the fierce jaws of an alligator. This hero of a man also did it with a cigar in his mouth, just like it was another normal day for him. The little puppy is all fine and well now. A group of locals found a sloth stranded out at sea in the middle of a heavy boat traffic area. He asked the locals for help, and they gave him a 5-star ride on their luxurious paddle. This rescue is probably the fastest thing the sloth has ever experienced.
He's waving to you.
I feel like a fish out of water. There you go.
This biker was driving down the road when he saw a petrified kitten frozen in fear. He was quick enough to take the little one out of danger and put it on his bike. Now the young cat can say that it has a cool biker as its owner.
Trust me, it's far from ideal, but hey, at least you're safe this way.
Just before this koala was going to give up, a woman rushed in for the rescue. After giving it some water, the koala kept crying for help and wanted to be picked up and moved to safety. During a fire rescue mission, a group of firefighters spotted a dog not making any sounds and not showing any sign of movement. After putting an oxygen mask on the little guy, things got better very quickly after. A helpless shark swam ashore to ask people for help. A man sat on the shark to immobilize it, whilst another pulled a huge fishing hook from its mouth. After that, they worked together to put the shark back into the ocean. Am I seeing correctly? Is she waving them goodbye? A group of cyclists noticed a deer stuck in a pond of water with no hope of getting out alone. They abandoned their route and worked together to pull the innocent animal out. This dog was attacked by a python and instantly dragged underwater, without the slightest chance of barking for help. Fortunately, a group of guys saw everything and went to help. Safe to assume that these guys are probably relatives of John Wick himself. Honey badgers are masters of escaping from almost anything that they're held back by, but not in this case. When a group of rangers were scouting the area, they spotted a badger stuck in a tree with no hope of freeing itself. He was extremely fatigued and accepted any help they offered. He even grabbed onto the blanket to get pulled out. When this dog tried to swim to the other side to get to safety where people were, he ended up getting carried away by the strong current. But then a man sprung into action without thinking twice about it. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to let us know in the comments which one of these animal rescues touched your heart the most. This anaconda got trapped in a fishing net. When a man went to save it, it wrapped itself around his hand in fear so that he wouldn't leave it alone until it's free. When things were getting complicated, some more guys came in to help, and their teamwork got the snake back to safety. A small bobcat was caught in a bear trap and couldn't move at all. When a group of people went to save it, the cat retaliated as she thought they were the ones who laid the trap. It had no idea that these people were there to save it. When the man freed the cat, it was shocked that they were there to save her from the trap and that she could walk away at any time. A woman noticed a small shark stuck between the rocks. She took matters into her own hands and carried the shark to open water, setting it free.
Oh, beautiful job!
This man was hiking when he spotted an unfortunate deer which got caught in the snow. He got some tools and tore apart the ground around the deer to save it.
Вот молодец, красавец. Спасибо, хоть сказал бы.
This giraffe fell into a pool and couldn't get out on its own. When it exhausted all its strength, a group of people stepped in to successfully rescue the animal. These guys risked everything to save an extremely venomous black mamba, which found its way under the hood of a car. Look at the sheer size of it. It was a very dangerous rescue, but both the snake and the person who pulled it out were safe in the end.
It's a nice big mamba, eh?
A leopard fell into an 8-meter deep well. Getting out on its own was out of the question, so a man risked his own safety just to get the big cat out of there. A baby zebra got stuck in between two branches of a tree. The rescue team had to push the branches apart with their own hands to save it. After being freed, the zebra was so weak that it could barely stand up on its own. After gaining back its strength, she happily reunited with her mother. This baby pig fell into a pond and was only a few minutes away from sinking. This man was quick enough to not let the piglet die. The young animal was then immediately taken to a shelter. Just look at that wholesome face. This harmless puma was driven up a tree by a dog. The puma happened to be afraid of heights, and a fireman had to rescue it. I guess that's probably the biggest cat that he had to rescue as a fireman. This bird flew straight into this man's car and got stuck in the front bumper. The owner of the car was willing to damage the car just to save the bird, but eventually things worked out for both of them. This lynx got caught in a trap and was very hesitant about people until this guy rescued it in a matter of seconds. After being saved, the lynx was very confused about why a group of people saved her. This moose broke the ice that it was walking on and got stuck with no hope of making it out alone. The ice had formed so deeply that they had to use a chainsaw to cut around the moose, but eventually the moose got back on its feet. This leopard got its head stuck in a metal container. It got dehydrated quickly and just stood idle until people came to help, and eventually they did. Somehow a cat got stuck in a gap between bricks. When a man lowered a platform for it to stand on, it knew exactly what to do. If you've ever rescued any type of animal, be sure to let us know in the comments below. These stories are the best, and we want to hear every single one of them. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing and leaving a like. As always, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.